morning. Over here.
Just wait a minute, please. Thank you. Just wait a minute, please. Thank you.
I will now cover portions of those sections of the report.
But that commitment does not include decommissioning prior to such negotiations. After careful consideration, on the basis of intensive discussions with the governments, the political parties, religious leaders, the security forces, and many others, we have concluded that the paramilitary organizations will not decommission any arms prior to all-party negotiations. That was the unanimous and emphatically expressed view of the representatives of the political parties close to paramilitary organizations on both sides.
Now, I think it's very important to see whether the paramilitaries are prepared either to commit themselves to these principles or to honour them in the advance of talks, because when you consider it's only a matter of weeks since the last time the IRA murdered someone, and these principles would commit them to an end of such killings, and we would be interested to see whether they're prepared to commit themselves to that.
And I welcome very much the 6 principles laid out in the report, which insist that all parties that come to the table must totally and absolutely renounce violence and any threat of violence and commit themselves totally and absolutely to the democratic process. And that's that being done parallel to the arms decommissioning or disarming to the satisfaction of all sides.
We believe that in the light of the Mitchell report, there are 2 ways in which all-party negotiations can now be taken forward. Both are fully consistent with the 6 principles set out in the report. The first is for paramilitaries to make a start to decommissioning before all-party negotiations. They can, if they will. If not, the second is to secure a democratic mandate for all-party negotiations through elections specially for that purpose. 2 routes to all-party negotiations and to decommissioning. The choice between them is ultimately for the parties themselves. I believe that the people of Northern Ireland have every right to expect that one or other of these routes will be taken, and taken soon.
Okay. Take care.
Well, I think it does provide the basis for movement. As I see it, it removes the precondition, which has bogged down the process for the last 18 months. I think that's positive, and I think all of the parties, and especially the British government, should be taking the report and seeking to move the entire process forward.
I think it should be going to take the arms out, all arms. That includes RUC, Army and all.
So you're unhappy with it?
Yep.
The 6 principles that have been created by the Mitchell Commission identify the fears that stop us moving towards a proper democratic position. I think that if we sign up to those, undoubtedly it will create the atmospheric change where I believe there can be genuine movement towards the future. I congratulate George Mitchell